Interstate Specialties began in 1982. But before that, Glenn and Kent graduated from the University of Utah at the same time, and in different fields of business, in the business school, and they were trying to decide what they were going to do. They both decided that they would do what Grandpa had done, which was specialty advertising. So they would work for Grandpa for, I don't think it was very long. I want to say maybe a year. And about this time, my grandmother died and left us $1,000, which at the time might as well have been $50,000. And we decided to take it and make an office to launch Interstate Specialties.
Hi, I'm Cindy. I am the best thing that ever happened to these guys, just so you know that right at the beginning. I started working for Glenn and Kent, oh my gosh, 20 or 25 years ago. And when I got on with them, I worked for Grandpa at the same time. So I worked for Grandpa on Mondays, Glenn and Kent on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
The thing that really got Interstate Specialties going, really launched them, was when Dennis Webb talked to Glenn and Kent about having Interstate Specialties do promotional advertising for Franklin Quest. And it was great. They sold millions of dollars worth of product to Franklin Quest, which became Franklin Covey. And it employed all of our children doing clips and refills, and lots of neighborhood kids, and it just paid for lots of people's lives. And also another great connection was when Greg Anderson talked to Glenn about Crown Council, and they were able to connect with lots of dentists around the country, and that was a great business for them too.
Let's see, when Glenn, one time he got frustrated with me, he called me a brat. No one's ever called me a brat. Kent, when he'd get frustrated, he'd say, "Woman, leave me alone!" And I would just laugh and ignore them because it didn't matter, because I needed what I needed, whether they wanted to give it to me or not. They were kind. They took really good care of me. They all did, the whole family. It was really nice.
I always knew that Dad and Kent worked hard, but they didn't work hard because they loved their job necessarily, but they worked hard because they loved their families. And I have so many great memories, from wave running to California to random New Year's Eve trips to the cabins, that brought us so close together as a family. And it was because they did work hard and they made those sacrifices that we were able to have so much fun, and that we were able to have so many great opportunities throughout our lives.
My name is Gina Williams, the manager of True Storage. I've been working here for 12 years and love it. I'll never forget the day that I first met Kent and Glenn. They came in as customers looking for storage units. And I showed them a few storage units, sizes and prices, and they asked way too many questions, so my suspect list went from low to high. I knew something was up.
My name is Larry Silty. I live at the Vista Twin Apartments, which Kent and Glenn own. I've been here for about 16 years, so I've gotten to know them quite well.
I lived to here 14 years and more. I'm Maria Mosqueda. I'm friends. Friends and Glenn and me friends for a long time.
And they're quite the pranksters.
Okay, are you ready? Okay, I remember I used to come into work sometimes and they would be hiding under their desk, under here, so they could jump out at me. And one time, actually, I was in here alone. I had locked the door, and Glenn came, but I didn't hear him unlock the door. And he slunk down the hall, crawled down here, and got behind my desk and jumped out. When I about had a heart attack. I was not very happy when he did that.
Anyway, on April Fool's Day, he would call me up and try and pull an April Fool's joke on me. Didn't work. There was several jokes. I mean, it's different. He was different. I can't remember one in particular. He'd call from the office. I tried to April Fool's him, but he was too wise. He was too smart for it.
Oh, there's the time that Glenn called, I forget the name of the lady, that something to do with the mortuary. I don't know if you know who I'm talking about, but it's an April Fool's joke.
Oh, my remains?
Yes. So they used to prank me a lot, especially Glenn.
Kent and I, he, as I said, tried to teach me how to dance. And he can't dance. So I would turn him down. And then he'd pretend to get upset.
Pretty much every April Fool's or somewhere around that, Glenn would say, will you go get the mail? I'd go out and get the mail. I'd come in and the phone would ring and I was answering the phone. I'd pick up the phone and I'd go like this. And Glenn would have come in, put tape and shaving cream on the phone. So, and I would just pick it up and go like this and get an earful of shaving cream. Always happened. Always happened. Bless his little pointed head.
It's pretty funny.
But good luck on retirement. Don't work too hard. I know you're going to work too hard.
I'm really grateful for Glenn and Kent because here I am. You know, I'm trying to do everything that they did, be just like them. I really look up to them as role models in my life. You can see here I've got my desk just like Glenn would have it, and I think I'm going to start a tradition that every Friday I will leave my desk in this manner just to honor what great men Glenn and Kent were. But on a more serious note, honestly, you know, I just can't thank them enough. Really, they did so much for Allie and I and for our families and our futures. What a great opportunity for us, and they took a chance on two little nobodies, and I'm just so grateful for them, and I hope they enjoy their retirement, or reducing and simplifying, as Glenn often said.
Glenn and Ken is a good persons with me.
They have had a pretty good impact on my life. They helped me when nobody else would. They're both good people. They've helped me with jobs. They've helped me. Your dad actually helped me get into the church. He encouraged me to go to church. So he was one of the one.
So I remember when we first came here on the first day in October, and I remember when Jeff and I came in here, we were a little unsure, and we had Glenn and Kent come here, and we were gonna think, okay, what are we gonna do right there? And I remember where Glenn and Kent said, I know what we need to do to start it off right. We need to start off with a prayer. And I remember kneeling down here, being able to offer a prayer, and I knew at that point what great people Glenn and Kent are. I'm so grateful for Glenn and Kent for what you've done. You truly have changed our future, so thank you.